Okay, everybody, this is Mitchell Miller with BlazerTV.com, and I'm very excited to show you guys the brand new BlazerTV.com site design. We've been working on it for a while, and we think you're really going to like it. Hopefully, it keeps you around the site, keeps you coming back, and ultimately encourages us to do even more content and better content for you guys. Please excuse me as I'm kind of redubbing this video. For some reason, the audio kind of messed up on the first site. So the first thing you're going to see is the new BlazerTV.com logo. You can see that right there on the front of the site, and the old logo was great, but we really felt like we needed to rebrand everything, not just the website, and we think we did it in a great way here. Kind of represents where we're going. We also have a Twitter and Facebook version of that logo as well, so very excited about that. Then on the actual website, the first thing you're going to see here is what we call the featured section on the site. And this is a way to showcase content that we don't want, that we think you guys want to see. Even if it's not the newest stuff, we think that we want to keep it up there so you guys can see it, and people that may not check the site as much or that kind of thing, it'll be featured up here. We had a slider bar before, but we never quite felt like it worked the way we intended it to. So this one does. You can click on through and it'll show you a title, it'll show you a picture, and it'll also show you a description, so you kind of get a very good idea of what the content's going to be before you even click on it. It also has a category up here, and if you click on that category, you can actually go to the content that involves all that category. So if it's volleyball or shows, you can click on that category, and it will show you everything under that category. We'll click on shows here really quick and show you what I'm talking about. We have a lot of different shows here, and those are all under that category. So it gives you a way to easily find out what else is in that description. But you can click around here. Same here with volleyball. Same kind of deal. If you like that content, you can go to it. Now, before we go anywhere else in this tutorial, I want to show you what it looks like when you actually click on something. Obviously, it gives you a little excerpt here, but we're going to click on an actual. Let's see what we want to do. Let's click on this article it's a video that I did with Brad Witten from JUCOrecruiting.com. And you can click on it three different ways. You can click on the title, you can click on the picture, or you can click on the full story option. And so we'll just click over here on the title and go right to that page. Now, with this new page, I want to show you right off the bat, it's a lot bigger. The other page was a lot smaller, so we want to be able to show you, more things. The video is a lot wider than it was. It gives you more space on the video, as well as better content as far as writing. We can do a lot more with paragraphs and things like that. So the first thing you're going to see is this is in the sports category. We have, it also says that it's basketball on the top, so you know what category it's in. You can go back again and click that basketball. This is obviously written by me, Mitchell Miller. You can click on more articles by Mitchell Miller on the right side. Now, there are tags underneath, and the tags are featured in video on this particular post. And what that is if you click on the featured tag, you can go and see all of the videos we've ever featured in that front bar. Even if they're no longer featured, you can still see what we deemed appropriate to feature. So you can know that's good content. You can click on the featured and go look. Same with video. If you want to watch all videos, you can click on the video tag, and it will take you to pages of just videos. So you don't necessarily have to go through all the sports and try and click and find out which ones are videos. Although we try to put that in the title, you can actually click the tag for videos. So that's really, again, just another way to see the content and be able to see what you want to see when you want to see it. To the left, it's pretty standard. The share buttons, you can like it. You can like the post, you can tweet it, you can Google Plus it. There's actually an email button down there. If you click that, it opens your email program, and you can share it with people that you think could relate to this post or would like it. It's to the left. It's out of the way. It's no longer in the post. It's not distracting. It doesn't take away from what's going on. So it's right there to the left. It doesn't bother anything. On the top, you'll see that there is a place for comments. This one doesn't have any comments, but if it did, it would show how many comments there were. And if you were to click on this comments, it'd go right down to where the comments are. So if there's not a comment and you say, this needs a comment, you can click that and go right down to the comments. On the comments, you can click like, you can click dislike. Please don't dislike this page. But if you want, certainly if you feel like you didn't like something that was in the page, then by all means, you can click dislike it. We use the discuss system, so you can log in and comment with a variety of different things. You can use Google, Twitter. You can actually make your own discuss name. And also uses Facebook and Yahoo. So a lot of people have those services. You can log in with those accounts. You don't necessarily have to make a brand new account just to comment on our website. So you can comment. You can reply to people's comments. If you do put a comment and you want to see what other people say about it later, you can subscribe via email clicking this button, and that will actually send you an email anytime anybody else comments on this page. It's a pretty cool way. We'll send you an email when you get a new comment. You can also subscribe via RSS. If you know how to use that system, you can Google and find out how to use that. And then, of course, on the bottom, you can see who tweeted this article. You can also organize some stuff down there, but that's not a big deal. Let's go back here to the main site real quick, and I'll show you some more stuff. So we know about the featured section, but we also redid all of these categories. They're way better organized than they used to be. As you can see, you can go under the sports and go to baseball, basketball, golf. You can see anything you want and click on that, and it'll show you all the articles. Same with women's sports, same with news. We got Blazer news, conference news, site news. All those are under news, and you can click and find out individually. The same will be with shows. We haven't announced the new shows yet, but when we do, they'll be listed under there. But what's really interesting is if you don't want to just necessarily look at one sport, you can click on the top of the sport. Let's say you want to do all sports, not just volleyball. You can click on the top and go right to all women's sports. So you can see it's got softball, volleyball, basketball, and they're all listed under women's sports. So you can look at all the big topics and also see the little thing. The same goes with men's sports. So you can see it's basketball, football, and you can look at all the men's sports. So again, it's a better way to experience the site and the content that you want to see, how you want to see it, when you want to see it. And that's really a driving factor of this new site redesign. Same will go with shows as well. Now, another big thing that we're doing, you'll see on this featured side, is the recent comments section, and that's really huge for us. That's probably the key to this new web design. When we looked at what we wanted to do, we knew we wanted to have more interaction with you guys. So you see on the left, these are your comments that stream on the site. Anytime that you guys comment, it comes on the stream. It's featured right there with our content. And as you can see, we'll have some comments streaming around the entire time you're on the website. And it's you guys talking back and forth to us and talking to, each other. It all streams here, and it's featured just like our content. Now, you'll see what's really interesting about this is you can see where, like, for instance, this comment right here, it says, "Great show, guys," or "Really good show, guys. Very informative." So you can actually, well, what show? You're curious, what is the show that's good? You can actually click that comment, and it will take you right to the post that they're talking about. So you can watch the expansion show. It's actually the CUSA expansion show that they're talking about. You can watch it, and then you'll see on the top it says 5 comments. You can click on that and go right down to where the comments are and reply. You can like that comment. You can reply to it and all kinds of stuff. So it's really a lot more interactive. It's exactly what this site needs. It's what we really wanted to get across. So you guys are talking back and forth. We're talking with you. You just feel like a way more part of the site when you're talking back and forth about the content. And of course, when it's displayed right there on the front of the page, you know that we're taking it seriously. We want you guys to to comment and be a part of what we're doing. All right, we're going to get to the staff button on the top there. That's also very important. We'll get there in just a second, but first, I want to go down here to what we call the latest section, and this features all the latest trends. So football, basketball, news, shows. These are trends that are going on right now. These topics can change, and basically what it shows is the very latest post in that topic. So that's the latest show, that's the latest football. It all shows the latest post in that topic. Now, obviously, if basketball season's over and baseball's really hot, we'll put baseball up there and it'll be the latest post. So even if it's not necessarily featured on the main bar or the featured bar up top, you can still see the very latest. Now, obviously, you could tell a lot of these are featured back and forth, and they're featured at the same time. But for things like news, those might not necessarily be featured on the top. So we definitely have a spot there to feature it. However small or however big any of these posts are, they can be featured here, at least from the latest on these hot topics. So that's another way that we're making sure the content doesn't get through the cracks. You can definitely see the new stuff, and hopefully the more stuff we put out, the better this system works. So we're really excited about this part of the website. It's what we call the feed. It's where everything on the site goes, regardless of category, regardless of type. It can be videos, it can be shows, it can be articles, news, that kind of thing. It all comes through this feed. Obviously, it shows you here, you get a brief description, you get a title, you get a picture, just like you normally would. You also get the topics like we discussed. You can click on that and go to all the football. You can click on the picture, the title, or the full story and go to the actual article. But here it shows you how many comments there are. This one has 2, so you click on those comments. It would go directly to the comments portion of that page, so you can comment or read other comments. So that's, again, interactive. But here's what's really awesome. This feed defaults to recent, so this shows the newest post in all the categories, but you can go by most commented. So if you want to see what everybody's talking about, you can click most commented, and you'll see overall everything on the site which has the most comments. So if you missed something or there was a hot topic that you wanted to see what people really cared about, you can click most commented. It'll organize it by the comments on the side, and you can click on the comments and go read it. Also, you can click on random on the feed. So if you weren't here when we started and you want to go back and watch some of those old videos that are terrible before we got good at it, you can click random. It'll randomize all the posts, and you'll be able to just see whatever comes up on the site, new and old. However, it just randomizes the post in the feed, and it just gives you another way to experience it. Now on the right here, you have an RSS feed. So if you know how to use RSS feed, you can subscribe to the feed that way and always get updates from BlazerTV. We got the Twitter, we got the Facebook. Now, if you don't use Twitter, we do encourage you to use Twitter. It's a good way to interact with us and also with other Blazer fans and kind of get news. But if you don't interact with Twitter, if you don't know how to use it, you don't want to use it, you're still missing out on some of the stuff we put out, because every once in a while, actually more often than not, we'll have little blips of things that don't necessarily make a great article on the site or something we wouldn't feature on Blazer TV, maybe about a former player or somebody tweeted something about UAB that we wanted to get out there. This way, you can still read what we put out on Twitter. We're featuring the last 3. That could change. The last 3 tweets come up here. Obviously, you could see by these that they're that they're about the new website, so we're very excited about that. But you get to see what we're tweeting. Obviously, you can still click on the Blazer TV logo up there, and the follow BlazerTV.com to see more of our tweets and to follow us on Twitter if you want to make a Twitter. You haven't already followed us, so it's very cool to have that on the side, and it keeps you informed as well, even though you might not have Twitter. Just another way to interact and keep things going on our website. You also see a countdown over here. This one in particular is for UAB versus Troy, the first home game. Wow, only 81 days. So we got a lot of work to do before before that game. But you see the countdown there. That just is a constant reminder. Everybody sees that. Everybody knows, hey, this game's coming up. It builds excitement. It keeps people connected with UAB events. Now, obviously, this is for UAB versus Troy, but this could be for, you know, any kind of Blazer event that we know of coming up, or any BlazerTV event. It could be anything. We also have a contribute plugin here where you can contribute, you know, monetarily if you feel the need. Think of it sort of as a tip jar. If you like what we're doing, you can use any major credit card. It goes through PayPal. You can help us. You know, it helps offsets cost of like servers, expenses, and travel and that kind of thing. So if you're so obliged, we definitely appreciate it. It's all secure. It's through PayPal. You don't have to worry about your account getting hacked or anything. You just click contribute, and you can donate to the site there and really help us out. So we appreciate that, and that will be there as well. So you can always come back to that if you like something, no matter what the dollar amount. Now, down here, we have some interesting stuff. Now, a lot of people didn't utilize the search site last time. Surely you can go to the categories and you can look at basketball, football, and that's what you'll do probably normally. But what about something that isn't necessarily a topic? A lot of people didn't do this in the last site, but we really want to remind you guys of how good this is a feature, and so we featured it down here in the bottom. Let's say you're having a conversation with somebody about a former UAB player, maybe Aaron Johnson, and you want to go back and look at some of the stuff that we may have about Aaron Johnson. Okay, so we don't have a topic for Aaron Johnson. It's just not the topic. But so you can type it here in the search, and I already have it, so I'll click it. And then you can click search, and it will come up with everything we've ever mentioned Aaron Johnson in. Basically, a Google search, so to speak. Obviously, you can see right here, this is a live special we did with Aaron Johnson, where you guys called in. Live call-in show where he answered your questions live, and you can click right there. You can click play right there in the feed, and obviously there's one with Aaron Johnson with the All-American honorable mention. So you can go back and look at it, and literally anything can be searched for, not just Aaron Johnson. It can be anything. So utilize that portion. It's a great tool for you guys. Here's a poll in the middle. You can use this to interact further with the site. I think we ran this poll on our Facebook, but it's a great way to see what other fans are thinking too. You can click view results and see what everybody else is thinking as far as whatever the poll answer is. You want to see how yours compared with everybody else. The results it'd be interesting to see, and we'll change this poll up based on certain things, based on the news. And over here to the right, you'll see we have a featured video. This won't necessarily always be our video. This one is. It's the free UAB video I did for the protest at Tuscaloosa. But this could be a video from another UAB site or another UAB related video. It could be fan videos. We'd love to have y'all's videos. Wow, just let my Alabama accent come through, didn't I? But it could be your videos. It could be sponsor videos, that kind of thing. Whatever we need to put down here will be featured. And of course, you click the arrow, sends you right back up to the top of the page. So that's pretty much an overview of the website. I hope you get a good idea about it. I do want to take you through really quick the staff page. Now we talked about the staff page, or we showed you what it looks like in an article, but I really want to give you a context of what the staff page can do for BlazerTV. So you click on this staff page. It's right here in the top of the menu to the right. You click on the staff page, and it goes to this page of contributors. And obviously we have a BlazerTV.com one. That's one we use mainly for having a show with multiple contributors, or we have like a news blurb, maybe a wire type thing that's not necessarily written by any of our contributors in a real way. We'll put it on BlazerTV.com, but the rest of the contributors are on here, and you can get a picture, you get the name of the people, you get a description of who they are and what they do for the site. And it really helps you put a face and some background into the people you're watching their content from. You get Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, anything that you have, the websites they have personally as well. And as we get more content, there'll be more contributors here, and you'll be able to interact with them in a better way. Of course, you also have the latest piece that they wrote. So in this case, I wrote a UAB softball piece. You can click that and go directly to the last piece I wrote. Now, we already went through this. You could see the author page here. But if you click the articles, more articles by Mitchell Miller, it literally shows a page of everything I've done on the website. Everything I've ever done that I've been given credit for is on this website. So this is really interesting because you can save this web page in your favorites, and if you have a favorite author on the page or on the website or a favorite reporter, you can literally keep up with them individually on the site as well. So hopefully this encourages our contributors to put out better content and more content and kind of gain fans individually within BlazerTV. We think it's a great opportunity for you guys to interact with contributors, and they can also put out stuff and know that they have their own page. And then also, it's just another way to view the content. So we really hope you enjoy the website. Again, hopefully you stay on it longer. You're proud like we are, and you'll share it with others. If you have any questions, make sure to leave a comment on the site, and we'll be sure to answer it. We hope you enjoy it, and go Blazer.